This video will look at how to create a new user in the system. So firstly we go to CRM and contacts, and then from the customer drop down we can click on the person list search. From here we can search any existing customers, and to create a new customer we click create on the right hand side. In the first section here we add the customer's name. We can optionally select their gender. We can optionally add their date of birth, and we can optionally add a description about the customer. The next section we capture some contact details. So the email address is what is used by the customer to log into the system as their username, so it needs to be unique. And then we move into the company assignment. So customers don't need to be assigned to a company, so by default they won't be. Second option is to add a flat name to the company record. In this scenario there's no company structure, it's just a text field. And then the third option is to assign them to a company that's been enrolled in the system. So in this example we've added the user to the eMark Systems company, and if we go to look at the company we will then see this user as an employee of that company. We can then select one or more assignment roles for the customer. So these don't govern their user permissions, it's really just a role within the company. So some of these do have some additional functionality, such as the account payable officer. So when anytime an invoice is generated for this company, anybody that is listed as the account payable officer will receive a copy of it. Assigning someone as a line manager will also allow them to be assigned to different customers as their line manager. And as you can see down here, we can select a line manager to be applicable to this customer. We can set an authorization limit, which if left blank there is no limit. So in this example we're saying that this customer has a limit of $100, so anytime they place an order for over $100, their order will require an approval from somebody within the company. It should go to the next person who has a limit that is greater than the order value, and once it runs out of different users to send it to, if nobody approves it, the order gets cancelled. This checkbox here determines whether the customer can see orders, quotes and invoices from other users within their company. So by leaving that unticked, they'll only have access to their own. We can then add a job title as a text field. At the top of the page here we can deactivate their login with this checkbox. And the next few checkboxes here are really related to marketing, and so we have some reports which can filter by these different values. The market source, although none are configured in this example, allows us to capture where the customer has come from, such as a piece of marketing, Google search or something else like that. We can then assign a sales rep, so any orders that this customer processes would go through to the sales rep selected. Otherwise it will default to the account manager for the company, and if there's no assigned account manager for the company, it will then default back to whatever the portal default is. We can configure the system to show Inc or X pricing for the customer, depending on whether this is ticked or not. Person categories again is used in reporting, and it allows us to categorize customers however we wish to. We then have an account code text field. We then enter the customer's password, and then we can also from this page optionally add an address for the customer. Once the user is created, we then go to their details page where we can see all the information that we've just populated.